I know, he hit me that hard, I had to pay to get back in. Now then, it's the Baron. So this week saw the draw for the World Boxing Super Series, and a few firms have tend to give out prices in the Super Middleweight division. So at 7-2 best with Paddy Power, I'm lumping on Chris Eubank Jr. On Saturday, Eubank Jr. will face Arthur Abraham for a place in the tournament, and let's face it, if Paul Smith can get rounds against Arthur Abraham, Chris Eubank Jr. will be in for a nice tidy night. And that's not being disrespectful to Paul Smith, because Paul Smith's a great fighter, he just isn't at that level. I do think on Saturday there'll be times in the fight where Junior might have a few wobbles, nothing too serious. I think you've got to put that down to Eubank Jr. grown into the role of super middleweight. When you look at this book, what's been formed for the tournament, there's only a few betting firms willing to give out a price. And a lot of the reason behind it is they wait to see how Junior performs against Abraham on Saturday. Now I am expecting Junior to win on Saturday like everyone else. Saying that, Abraham's is a decent yardstick to see how Junior is developing at super middleweight, and I think a convincing performance on Saturday will totally change the complexion of the book. So the tournament itself, George Groves has obviously picked an easy fight, and you don't blame him because when we get to the semis, it's going to be an hard slog. Then Callum Smith has chosen Eric Skoglund, Swedish chap, and again, to be honest with you, I don't know too much about him. And then you've got Junior, Senior, picking for Junior, Havney, Yildirim. I don't see any major upsets in the quarters, but what I do see, if my information is right, is that George Groves will face Chris Eubank Jr. in the semi-finals, and for me it's going to be the fight of the tournament, and I only wish the paths had crossed differently and this would have been the final fight. I reckon whoever wins that fight wins the tournament. If you buy into the hype surrounding Callum Smith, you more than likely think he's going to win this competition, no problem at all. A lot of his hype is to do with Eddie Hearn and the matchroom machine and the way that he carves a path out for his fighters to get a payday. And let's be fair, they're hammering 10 lumps of shite out of each other, so who can blame anyone for getting whatever they can out of the sport? I mean, they're getting in the ring, fair enough. When I look at Callum Smith compared to George Groves and Eubank Jr., he doesn't possess the same sort of tools. So for me, George Groves and Eubank Jr., they're quite explosive. They've got plenty of movement, a lot of speed and variation in the shots. And when you come to Smith, he always seems upright and stiff, and he has trouble creating and finding them gaps, and he seems more robotic, and I don't think he's as advanced as the other two lads. And that's not taking nothing away from him, because again, he's a great boxer. I just don't think he's got the same variety in his toolbox as the other two lads. And I do think if Smith gets to the final, which I'm expecting, and he does meet either George Groves or Eubank Jr., and I'm hoping it's Eubank Jr., I'm thinking the fight isn't going to last more than 6 rounds before Callum Smith walks onto a couple, and this will be down to the ringcraft of Junior or Groves being too much to handle. This tournament's going to be something else, especially when we get to the semi-finals. The circus surrounding Eubank Jr. and Groves is going to be brilliant. The mind games will be something else, and I'd be interested to see how Callum Smith fares. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm talking through me out, and if you think I am, bang a comment on, let me know your opinion. At 7-2 best with Paddy Power, I do think Chris Eubank Jr. is the man to beat in this tournament. He's got everything in his locker to beat every opponent what's put in front of him, and he expects him to go all the way to the final and win the Super Middleweight World Boxing Super Series. If he does have a convincing win on Saturday, this 7-2 is going to disappear, and you're going to have the free Brits, all short priced, fine for favouritism at certain points throughout the tournament. So that's going to be the selection. Chris Eubank Jr., super middleweight winner of the World Boxing Super Series, pays 72 best with Paddy Power. Bang your comments on, let me know what you're going for. Good luck with all your selections, whatever you pick, and I'll leave it for now. Cheers for listening to the Baron.